Yeah, hey there, David. Corey talked about it a little bit. It's windy out here, but it's really not too bad. Perfect day for a ball game, put a coat on. But the festivities happened all day out here at Ballpark Village, around Busch Stadium. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to the game. The game just started about an hour ago. Yeah, hey there, Tamar. We're out here at Chicken and Pickle in St. Charles for the final stop of the Come Home Tour. Lots of people out here. It's been active ever since it started. We're lucky enough to be joined by the new athletic director of Mizzou. It's Laird Veach. First off, AD Veach, thanks for joining us today. It's kind of your first time out and about with the Mizzou faithful. How has your experience been so far?
It's been awesome.
You guys going back to the Winter Classic for the third time. There's not a lot of teams that have done that. What's that say about this organization, the teams that you guys put on the ice, that the NHL trusts you to be in such a marquee game that they put out to the world every year?
Yeah, I think trust is an important part of it.
That shot right there at the end doesn't get you juiced up for a Winter Classic. I'm not sure what does. Back to how the Blues are playing right now. They keep finding ways to win, Brian. It's good to see them come off the big break and still be able to win these tight games. Talking to the team earlier this week, they talked about how important these last 33 games of this season are in order to make that playoff push. Today, good start. Now, the biggest question mark of this game here at City Park tonight is Roman Berkey going to be playing? He is the all-star goalkeeper for this City SC team. He is dealing with some back pain. He is a game day decision, and I'm told it's all going to matter on how he feels after warm-ups. We're expecting him to be on the pitch here at City Park in just a matter of moments. The countdown is on. We are just 6 days away from Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas. Both the Chiefs and the 49ers landing in Vegas yesterday, but tonight the festivities begin with opening night. Yeah, he talked about it. Some of the players have talked about it. They know they have a target on their back this season. They know that teams know how well they did last year, and they kind of want to get them off that throne, so to speak, this year. So it's going to be exciting to see how they react to that moving forward. And that game against Houston that we're going to talk about here in a little bit on Tuesday was a good test of that. And tomorrow night will also be a great test. We just mentioned Houston. They've already played a game this year, but it wasn't the MLS season opener. It was for the CONCACAF Champions Cup. It's one of the most watched Olympic sports every 4 years. Track and field is set to take center stage in the Paris Games during the 2024 Olympics. And who better to talk about it than one of the best to ever do it? 6-time Olympic medalist, 4-time world champion, 3-time gold medalist, and St. Louis's own Jackie Joyner-Kersee. Jackie, thanks for joining us today in studio.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so it's been 40 years since you made your Olympic debut. What do you remember about those 1984 games? Yeah, hey guys, since Dan Rolfes took over the Incarnate Word basketball program, the Red Knights have won 13 state titles. Now, Rolfes has built a reputation of winning, not just on the court, but in everything he does. But this past March, ahead of the biggest game of the year, Rolfes faced the biggest challenge of his life. Now he's proving why he's the heart of the hardwood.
That basket, and that basket, okay?
As the Incarnate Word Red Knights begin summer practice, Dan Rolfes leads the way like he's done so many times before.
Get your eyes up.
Rolfes has led the Red Knights to a record 131 consecutive wins. But one win isn't as clear as the others. What do you remember about March 15th?
I don't remember one thing.
You don't remember the game?
Oh, no. I don't remember anything.
After Coach Rolfes and the Red Knights won the state semifinal game in Columbia, Rolfes called his wife and told her he wasn't feeling well. And as they left Mizzou Arena, his world stopped.
We got about 20 feet outside the parking lot, and then I collapsed and had a heart attack in the car. And my wife started CPR, and once I got to the hospital, they worked on me for about an hour and a half and said they shocked me 27 times. So I'm just glad they didn't give up. At one point, they came out and talked to my wife, and it was around the hour mark and said, "What do you want us to do? You want us to continue?" She said, "Yes, keep going." And so they did, and thank goodness they didn't stop.
But the fight for his life wasn't over.
2 days later, I coded again. It had to shock me again. All the CPR caused me to have a punctured lung, so I had to have surgery on my lung. They said they gave me 1% chance.
All he needed was a chance. After roughly a month in the hospital, Coach Rolfes was sent home to recover.
It really, honestly, it wasn't until I was able to get out of the hospital that I felt like I was getting better.
And as his health progressed, Coach reunited with the state champions.
I will continue to tell people that that was the best day of my life, and I'm not kidding when I say it.
When we saw him, it was just like a sigh of relief, like I can see the future.
I missed him, and I just wanted to let them know that I'm getting better, I'm here.
Medically, where are you? Where are you today?
I do feel better, but I'm cautious, and honestly, I'm scared.
Scared of what?
Dying.
And as Dan Rolfes returns to the court, practice looks different this time around, but the mentality stays the same.
I just want to win at everything. So if this is a challenge, which I think it is, I want to win and I want to beat it.
Now, he was back out there at practice, and as good as he looked at practice, Rolfes says his doctor continues to remind him that he has congestive heart failure right now. And right now he carries that device that monitors his heart when he's out at practice, and he says he's expected to have a few more surgeries this summer. Now, when I asked him what he plans to do next basketball season, he said if the doctor says he's okay after his surgeries this summer, he fully expects to be on that sideline for the Red Knights.